Outside on this election night, the weather has been decent in many counties, a little bit wet in other locations. Some big thunderstorms rumbling through earlier tonight. Thankfully, no reports of severe weather in our coastal counties, but some heavy downpours of rain occasionally. All the heavy stuff is now offshore. Just a few light showers remain, and even they will be falling apart very quickly. Temperatures finally starting to respond to a cold front working its way across the state, but that's nothing compared to the cold front heading our way for the weekend. We'll talk about some winter-like temperatures that lie ahead in your first alert forecast. 9 at 10 on the CW starts now.
Thanks, Jerry. Results are rolling in from elections across the East. Good evening, everyone. I'm Angie Quezada.
And I'm Shayla Reeves. Thank you for joining us here on the Eastern North Carolina CW. Our teams are fanned out across the East, covering the races happening where you are. 9 on your side is your election headquarters. Our Aaron Dean is live in Greenville covering the race for mayor.
Our Camila Barco is monitoring the race for mayor in Jacksonville. And in Beaufort County, Ariana Kraft is keeping a close eye on the race for mayor in Washington.
And we're also following mayoral races in Ayden, Cape Carteret, Pine Knoll Shores, and Mount Olive.
And we're tracking city council races in the cities of Greenville and Washington.
And first, let's check in with 9 on your side's Aaron Dean.
He's standing by with PJ Connolly, who will remain the mayor of Greenville. Aaron, how's the mood where you are?
Angie, Shayla, the mood is very happy. Everyone's really excited that PJ Connolly will serve another term as mayor of Greenville, and we are joined with him right now. And so we're just going to jump right on into it. So how are you feeling at this moment?
I feel great. It's a lot of work that's been put into this campaign, and we've had a lot of great progress that's taken place over the last 2 years, and I feel great that we're able to celebrate tonight.
And with you going into another term, what can the people of Greenville expect from you this go around that they didn't get the last time?
Well, we're going to continue the great progress that's been made over the last 2 years. We'll continue to focus on our infrastructure improvements, continue to focus on bringing jobs to our community, and also we're going to continue working on making sure that Greenville's a safe place and focus on some of the quality of life aspects that are important for the citizens of Greenville.
And under your now continued leadership, what do you think the future of Greenville is going to look like, and what are some of your big plans?
Well, I always say I think it's important if you're going to have a lot of growth in the community that you have a great base. I think what we're going to continue to do is focus on and make sure that we've got that great base, so when we see that exponential growth that's destined to happen in our city, that we're prepared for it. So I think we're going to continue to do that and continue to foster some of the relationships that we have throughout our partners in the community and continue to grow Greenville in the right direction.
All right, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, again, we were joined with PJ Connolly, who has won his re-election campaign for mayor. Back to you all.
Aaron Dean reporting. Thanks, Aaron. Well, staying in Greenville, we turn our attention to some of the city council races. 9 on your side's Madison Forsey is standing by in the newsroom. And Madison, what can you tell us tonight?
Yeah, Angie, we now have a full picture of who will sit on the Greenville City Council for the next 2 years. Brian Meyerhofer is now the Greenville City Councilman at large with over 59% of the vote. Will Bell will continue representing District 3, and William Litchfield is maintaining his seat in District 5. A race that we've been watching closely is the fight over who will represent District 2 after controversy over former candidate John Landrine's eligibility. Tonight, Rose Glover maintains that seat after winning with over 70% of the vote. Even though Landrine was not eligible, he still received 189 votes. In the 2 uncontested races tonight, Monica Daniels and Rick Smiley will maintain their seats for Districts 1 and 4, respectively. And after tonight, all 6 incumbents will be back on Greenville's City Council. In the studio, Madison Forsey, 9 on your side.
Madison, thank you. Also in Pitt County, incumbent Steve Tripp will remain the mayor of Ayden, winning the mayoral election against challenger Raymond Langley.
Now we want to take you to Onslow County, where we find 9 on your side's Camila Barco tonight. She's standing by with Sammy Phillips, who remains the mayor of Jacksonville. A big night over there, Camila.
Yeah, you guys, currently Mayor Sammy Phillips has been re-elected as the mayor for the city of Jacksonville. He wins with 66% of the vote, and I have him here with me right now. Mr. Phillips, congratulations. You are serving another term. You have been serving for 12 years. So what was your initial reaction when you heard you will be re-elected as mayor for the city of Jacksonville?
Well, I was elated with the results that came about tonight. I was very anxious, of course, I've run unopposed for the last 2 terms, so I really didn't know what to expect. I'm very pleased with the outcome. I want to thank all those who come out and voted, especially the ones that voted for me, my supporters. I want to thank them. I also want to thank those that helped me with my campaign. They were invaluable as far as being able to get our message out and get it across. I'm looking forward to serving the citizens of Jacksonville for another 4 years, and I promise them they're going to get a lot of what they've seen over the last 12 years, and that's progress.
And like you said, you've been serving for 12 years, so is there anything different that you would do this time around?
Well, of course, it's just like with any other going into it like it's a new job. I'm going to assess where we're at, where we need to go, and from there, I'll work closely with the council and the senior staff of the city, and we'll make a determination as to how we're going to set priorities for the next year.
And what challenges do you think Jacksonville is facing right now?
Well, I think our city is in great shape. We're one of the safest, have been judged to be one of the safest cities in America. Our infrastructure is improving as far as water and sewer. Our transportation systems have gotten a lot better. We've still got a few roads that we need to get paved and get straightened out, but these are things that will happen in due time and as we move along. And again, there's a lot of other quality of life issues that we want to work on and get in place.
And my last question is, as being reelected as the mayor for the city of Jacksonville, where do you see the city of Jacksonville going from here under your leadership?
As it has been all along for the last 12 years, forward, progressing.
Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for your time. You heard it right here. Currently, Mayor Sammy Phillips has been reelected as the city of Jacksonville, and Michael Lazara and Angela Washington have also been elected as city council members here for the city of Jacksonville. That's what I have for you guys right now. I'm going to toss it back to you guys at the studio.
Camila Barco reporting. Camila, thanks. Well, staying in Onslow County, Will Baker is now the new mayor of Cape Carteret. He won the election over Charlie Evans by just one vote, 265 to 264.
And turning to other races happening across the East, Ken Jones will remain the mayor of Pine Knoll Shores, and Sean Hawkins is now the new mayor of Plymouth, defeating the incumbent Brian Roth. We're still waiting on the final results for the race for mayor in Mount Olive.
In Beaufort County, we're tracking the race for the mayor of Washington. 9 on your sides. Ariana Kraft is standing by with tonight's winner, Mac Hodges. Ariana.
The candidates for mayor here in Washington included incumbent Mac Hodges and retired police chief Marshall Thurman. The votes have been counted, and Mac Hodges will continue to hold his mayoral position. He was originally voted in 2013. I spoke with him tonight, and he shares what he's looking forward to as he continues to work as Washington's mayor.
Washington could be a whole different place a year from now. There's about 8 buildings getting rehab right now, and new businesses opening up all the time. So we're excited. I think it's going to be good. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for voting for me, and I hope we have an exciting 2 years ahead for you.
As of tonight, the polls are showing 2 new city council members, Donald Sadler and Elizabeth Kane. They will replace city council members William Pitt and Douglas Mercer. Mayor Hodges believes this will be a progressive group moving forward. And despite the rainy weather here in Washington, Beaufort County Board of Elections staff tells me that voter turnout was pretty average. Live in Washington, Ariana Kraft, 9 on your side.
Ariana, thank you. In Martin County, Jerry McCrary will hold the seat as mayor of Parmalee. He beat out candidate and former Parmalee mayor Henry Wilson.
9 on your sides, Amber Joseph joins us now in studio. And Amber, the former mayor came back and was vying for the seat.
Yes, Henry Wilson actually was former mayor from 1988 to 2001, and he said he came back to be a voice for the people. Both men are very passionate about the people of Parmalee, but Mayor McCrary kept his mayoral seat with 60% of the vote, and he has many goals to help improve the town and grow it economically, such as sewer and drainage improvements, home rehabilitation, and pursuing more grant funding. In office, McCrary secured more than $3 million in grants and had Red Cross come in to install free smoke detectors to homes. Now, McCrary and the Board of Commissioners have created a website for the town and a 5-year strategic plan.
More grants for the town so that we can make our town a very lucrative place to be, that will attract businesses, that will attract retail, that will attract families and cause our community to grow. We've labeled this and coined this as the Parmalee Awakening.
Now, back in May, there was controversy surrounding a solar farm coming to town. The Board of Commissioners did vote for the solar farm to be built right in the middle of town, even though more than 200 people signed Wilson's petition against it. Now, McCreary says they have other projects in the works, and he's just excited for the future of Parmalee. In the studio, Amber Joseph, 9 on your side.
Amber, thank you. For a full list of all of tonight's election results in the East, visit our website, WNCT.com.
A debate is swirling over one of the most infamous pirates in the East.
Coming up on your news at 10, how wreckage of Blackbeard's ship has one man fighting for millions of dollars from the state.
And we've got cold front number 1 of 2 already moving through the state this evening. The second cold front is going to bring some winter-like temperatures for the upcoming weekend. We'll track all the changes day to day with your first alert forecast next. Then everyone cools down yet again on Tuesday, and that cold front might be even more pronounced with its surge of cold air. So we're starting to see the fronts become more frequent and more dominated by cold air, if you will.
Absolutely. And even though that's going to be some cold temperatures, at least the sun's going to be out this weekend. So hopefully that's going to be a healthy balance.
It makes it easier to bear.
Even though we'll still have to have those jackets out.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
Well, North Carolina's most famous pirate now in the spotlight in D.C.
A Fayetteville man says the state used his video of Blackbeard's ship without his consent. Now the U.S. Supreme Court is involved. Kelly Meyer reports.
A story about an infamous pirate ship sale. A ruling in the case is expected sometime next year. In Washington, I'm Kelly Meyer.
Still to come, after the hiring of a new interim chancellor, ECU now has a new provost.
Find out why ECU leaders say he's the right man for the job. That's after the break.
In news across our state, people in Robeson County are on high alert tonight. It's after news of a 13-year-old suspected murderer escaped custody this morning.
Kayla Strayer has the latest on the search for the suspected teen killer.
We are right by Robeson County. I'm Kayla Strayer.
East Carolina University appointed a new acting provost and senior vice chancellor of academic affairs. Dr. Grant Hayes, dean of ECU's College of Education, will take on the new role. Hayes has been a part of the College of Education since 2015. He graduated from the University of South Carolina and Limestone College. Hayes' new title will go into effect tomorrow. Now, ECU interim chancellor Dr. Ron Mitchelson released a statement. He said, in part, I have complete confidence in his talent, his work ethic, and his commitment to our mission. In fact, he has lived the mission on a daily basis since joining us. I look forward to working with him as part of our senior leadership team.
And now to a developing story we're monitoring out of Chapel Hill. Harry Smith is stepping down from the UNC Board of Governors. In September, Smith announced plans to resign as board chair effective October 1st. He planned to keep serving as a board member through the end of his term in 2021. Yesterday, he announced he will only serve until February 1st of next year. Smith is a businessman from Washington. He joined the board in 2013. Still to come on your news at 10, the latest story in our adoption series, A Loving Home.
After the break, we introduce you to 12-year-old Terrell, who is looking for his forever family. In this week's A Loving Home, we'll meet a very intelligent, mature 12-year-old boy who's in need of a permanent family. There are moments when I meet these children and become frustrated because these bright, loving kids who have so much potential are placed in the foster care system at no fault of their own. And as I spend time with each child, I get to see their desire to have loving parents in their lives. 12-year-old Terrell is an exceptional kid who deserves a family. Terrell's ability to build, connect, and navigate through Technic Lego bricks comes as second nature.
It's just things you see that people have built and broke again and put into different maps so other people can build them. It's just remarkable.
Those words coming from a child taken from his biological family, moved from home to home, now hoping to put the pieces together, forming a family.
The ideal family for Terrell would definitely be a family that can fulfill that desire and that dynamic that he's looking for.
Terrell desires stability and permanency.
Because I don't like moving. I don't want to be living alone. That, and just for support.
He's a child that has so much potential. Like, you can really see it in him. You can see all the things that he can be. You can see like his future. You can really like look past him and see all those things. And so for him to find a family, for me, is like the first step to him being whatever and anything he wants to be.
Something that he's already thinking about.
What do you want to be when you get older, do you know?
Entrepreneur.
Ooh.
Or an electrical engineer, of course.
Nice. If you're an entrepreneur, what would you want to do?
Like, probably build certain things. Don't know what yet.
He's a very unique kid.
Can you decorate it now? Are you adding a platform to it?
And he has a very outgoing personality. His sense of humor is to die for.
Tiffany Lee, Terrell's caseworker, is confident Terrell will be a light to his adoptive family.
He is a hoot. He is so fun. He is so funny. And he's so bright. He's creative, you know, so a lot of joy. He will bring a lot of joy and entertainment to the families.
Such an awesome kid. If you're interested in learning more about 12-year-old Terrell, you can contact the Children's Home Society of North Carolina. Their information, of course, can be found on our website, WNCT.com/aLovingHome. Well, still to come, a last look at your 7-day first alert forecast right after this.
Thursday night into Friday into Saturday. Look at Saturday, only in the upper 40s for daytime highs. My goodness, like December.
I know, we're going to feel that for sure.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us. More news coming up at 11 on WNCT.
Have a blessed night, everyone.